Hey there YouTube, today we're doing something new. Today I'm going to show you all the cards in the Series 1 and Series 2 DC Comics Coin Pusher set. And we are going to do them in numbered order. So right now you are looking at the front of Batman Series 1 and Batman Series 2. You can tell big difference. Series 2 is obviously a 3D model, where Series 1 is a, well, probably not hand-drawn, but maybe even hand-drawn animated picture. And we are also going to look at the back. So on the back of these cards, it will list the logo, old logo and new logo. In some cases, a number. As you see, the Series 1 on the left has 001, making it the first card of this set. And the Series 2 doesn't have a number on it. And it also lists some other stuff, like the powers. For Batman, both read the same powers. Series 1 and Series 2, no difference there. It lists the real name of the character, which is Bruce Wayne, as we all know. And his aliases and alter egos, his height, his weight, his eyes, the color of his hair, what occupation he has, where he lives, base of operations, who his arch nemesis is, the Joker in this case, obviously, and also the first appearance, which for Batman was in Detective Comics number 27, out in May 1939. Wow, that's a long time ago. And then there's some copyright information. So from the copyright information, we can deduce that the right card, the Series 2 card, is Justice League based. Where the left card just says all DC characters and elements are copyright and trademarked by DC Comics. So that's Batman. Let's move on to card number 2. Card number 2 is Superman. Same story as before. On the left, the Series 1, on the right, the Series 2, which actually lists Series 2. So it's the same difference in model. Let's check the back. On the back, it again lists all the superpowers, which is a long list for Superman. And it reads his real name, which is actually two names in Superman's case. It's Kal-El and Clark Joseph Kent. Alter ego is the Man of Steel. His height is listed, which teaches us that he is slightly taller than Batman and weighs a lot more too. His eyes are blue, his hair is black, and his occupation is journalist superhero. Which is kind of funny, because on the Batman card it didn't list superhero, so I'm guessing that Batman isn't officially a superhero then. His base of operations is Metropolis, as we all know, and his arch nemesis is Lex Luthor. His first appearance was in June 1938 in Action Comics number 1, making him an older superhero than Batman. So there's a bit of trivia for you there. So that was card number 2. Let's move to card number 3. There we go. You can see a little white line in the bottom of the video. That's so I know where to put the cards. This is the Flash, the third card from the series. Same as before, left is the Series 1, right is the Series 2. And we're moving to the backs. And here we actually have a difference in the back. So powers all the same, real name is the same, alias is the same. His height, he's the smallest of the superheroes we've seen so far, and also the weighing the least. Which is kind of logical, because he needs to be fast, right? You can't be really heavy and fast. His eyes are blue, but his hair is blonde. He's a forensic scientist from Central City, and his arch nemesis is Captain Cold. His first appearance, according to the Series 1 card, was in Showcase number 4 in October 1956. But on Series 2, it says his first appearance was in Flash Comics number 1 in October 1940. That's 16 years earlier. And with the comic being called Flash Comics, that actually sounds kind of believable, doesn't it? Let's move on to card number 4. And there's our first female of the set. It's Wonder Woman. Oh, I put them wrong way around. Let me switch them up. There we go. Wonder Woman. And the backs. There we go. Super strength, invulnerability, flight, combat skill, combat strategy, superhuman agility, healing factor, and magic weaponry. Wow. Her real name is Princess Diana of Themyscira. Okay, I'm not really good at these words. She is taller than Flash. Wow. Her eyes are blue, her hair is black, and her occupation is Amazon Princess, which sounds pretty cool. She's from Themyscira and New York City, and her arch nemesis is the Cheetah. She first appeared in All-Star Comics number 8 in the winter of 1941, which is, well, for Europeans anyway, in the middle of the Second World War. Let's move on to card number 5, and card number 5 is a special one because it's the rarest card in the Hero set. Those of you who have followed my channel will know it's Aquaman. There we go. Big difference in the animation style here. I really like the 3D model of Aquaman. It's yeah, it just looks good. It's a nice design. The card on the left is a bit dirty. I didn't clean them. This is how they come from the machine. Let's look at the back of the Aquaman card. And here you can see there is also a difference in the back. Because on the right the text goes lower. So there must be something on the right hand side that's not on the left hand side. Let's see if we can find it. Well, the first thing we see is that his alias is different. So on the Series 1 he was called the King of the Seven Seas. But on the Series 2 card he is actually called the Dweller in the Depths. His height is 6'1". He weighs 325 pounds, which is 100 pounds more than Superman weighs. And another small thing I can tell you about this one is that the Series 2 card, the one on the right, also has a number on it, making this a new pressing of Series 2. So the previous pressing of Series 2 didn't have numbers on them, and then they did a repressing, and now they do have numbers on them. Some other differences. His arch nemesis isn't listed on the Series 1 card, but there is an arch nemesis listed on the Series 2 card, and it's Black Mana. Funny thing is, this is the first arch nemesis that we won't be seeing in the villain set. All the other before mentioned arch nemesis are on the villain set, but this one isn't. First appearance 1941, More Fun Comics number 72. Let's move on to card number 6. Card number 6 is Cyborg. So that's Cyborg. Look at the back. And it looks like here the back, well, except for the design, does have the same information. Super strength, advanced technology, instant weaponry, genius level intellect, control over technology, computer hacking, durability, teleportation, real name Victor Vic Stone. Alias or alter ego is only listed on the Series 2 card, Siberian. Hey, there is a difference there, I didn't realize. His eyes are brown, his hair is black. He's a former student, which is apparently an occupation. And his base of operations is Detroit, which is an actual city just like Wonder Woman had, and not a fake city like Gotham City for Batman, Metropolis for Superman, Central City for Flash, and well, obviously Atlantis for or Poseidonis, sorry, not Atlantis, Poseidonis for Aquaman. First appearance 1980. I actually thought this was an older character, but this is also the newest we've seen so far. And there is no arch nemesis listed. So let's move on to card number 7. Card number 7 is the final card in the Hero Collection set. that means the only one that is still coming up is card number 8, which is the bonus card. So this is the Green Lantern. You can see him with the iconic ring on his hand. And let's look at the back. Hard light constructs, instant weaponry, force fields, fly, durability, alien technology. There's a little difference between Series 1 and Series 2 in his real name. Hal Jordan on Series 1, Harold Hal Jordan on Series 2. No alter ego on Series 1, but on Series 2 they say he's the Emerald Gladiator. He's 6'2", 186 pounds, brown eyes, brown hair. His occupation is test pilot. And he's from Coast City, Sector 2814. And his arch nemesis is Sinestro, another villain that is not part of the villain set. His first appearance was in 1959 in showcase number 22. So we move on to our first special card, the Hero bonus. That's the Series 1. That's the Series 2. I'll just put them in your view, the same as I did with the previous ones. Can I put them side to side? Well, they barely fit the screen, but that's good enough. So you can see this is some group shots. On the right hand side, the Series 2 group shot really only has the 7 aforementioned heroes. The Series 1 has a lot of extra heroes. I'm not gonna name them all, because, well, to be honest, I don't know them all. But you can see there's a lot more on them than just the 7 heroes we've seen. Making you think that maybe they were planning on a Series 2 having those characters in it. I'm not sure, would be interesting to find out. Let's move to the back, and the backs are going to be, well, I don't want to say disappointing, but nothing special, right? So this is the back of Series 1, this is the back of Series 2, put them together, like that. As you can see, it's just a huge DC logo, and it's a sort of blurred out version of the picture we saw in front. Let's move on to the villains. The first villain is going to be Lex Luthor. So Lex Luthor is the first villain, card number 9 in the set, and he is of course the arch nemesis of Superman we saw before. Superman is not card number 1, that's card number 2, so there is no logic in the numbering of the cards there. Let's look at the back of the villain card, or of the Lex Luthor card. I really like the design of the or Series 2 cards there. Alexander Joseph Luthor. On the Series 2 they've added some alter egos, Lex Luthor and Mockingbird. His eyes are green, he has no hair, and he's the CEO of LexCorp. He's also from Metropolis, and his arch nemesis is Superman, which is pretty logical, seeing that, he is the arch nemesis of Superman, so it makes sense that Superman would also be his arch nemesis. Superman appeared in Action Comics number 1, Lex Luthor didn't show up until number 23. Let's move on to card number 10. The 10th card is one of the most popular villains in the DC history, the Joker. There he is. Really big difference in design between left and right. You can see that the clothing is the same coloring, same type of clothing, but just look at the difference in those faces. Wow. Wow, the one on the right is really, it's just amazingly scary looking. Really cool. Let's move to the back. Here we go, the backs. Sorry, I had to laugh there. His superpower is complete unpredictability. That's pretty cool. His real name is unknown. His alter ego is Clown and the Prince of Crime. He is 6'5", making him taller than Batman. And he weighs a bit less than Batman, 192 pounds. Green hair, green eyes. He's a professional criminal. Apparently that's an occupation now. He's from Gotham City. Obviously his arch nemesis is Batman, and his first appearance was not in Detective Comics, like Batman was, but actually in Batman #1, making him the real arch nemesis, right? If you show up in the first comic of the first issue of a standalone comic series of a superhero, then you're the real arch nemesis, aren't you? Well, we all knew that. That's Joker. Let's move on to card number 11. And there we go. Card number 11. Captain Cold. So, really different clothing between the Series 1 and Series 2. The Series 2, for someone called Captain Cold, having no, sleeves, that seems cold. He, of course, is the arch nemesis of The Flash. So, let's move to the back. Also, a gun listed on the first one. Let's stay here a bit. A gun on the Series 1 card, which is not present on the Series 2. That might have something to do with it being too aggressive for a game that is played by kids, You never know. I mean, I know that comic books have guns in them and other violence. Really different backsides as well. So let's see. His alter ego is only listed on the Series 2 card. His height and weight are on both. He's also a professional criminal. And he came first appearance was in Showcase number 8 from 1957, which is way later than the Flash showed up, based on the Series 2 card of the Flash. Remember, the Flash card had 2 different dates on it, so they said that Flash appeared in Flash Comics number 1 in 1940, making his arch nemesis 17 years late. If you go by the Series 1 card, which said that Flash showed up in Showcase number 4 in October 1956, then he was only 4 issues later. So that's an interesting question. Which of those 2 cards are actually telling the truth? I'm assuming it's Series 2 because they did some fact checking, probably. Let's move on to card number 12. Let's move on to a female. And there she is. The arch nemesis of Wonder Woman, Cheetah. Also, really different clothing. As you can see, the left hand side looks like sort of a onesie there, and the right hand side, the Series 2 card, looks more like she's in some sort of hot top and bikini shorts, and the spots look to be part of her body. And move to the back. Here we have a difference in powers. So on the Series 1 card it says highly intelligent but an untrained combatant until she channeled the Cheetah spirit. Then she possessed above average strength and agility. On the Series 2 card it says transform into the Cheetah. Superhuman speed and strength, enhanced senses, enchanted claws and fangs. Real name is the same on both. Alter ego obviously is Cheetah, which is funny because she is the Cheetah. 5'9". She also lost some weight between Series 1 and Series 2. So she was 140 pounds in Series 1, 120 pounds on Series 2. 120 pounds sounds like she would be really skinny. Her occupation changed as well. She used to be an archaeologist. Jeez. And on the Series 2 season, anthropologist. Alright. She's from Nottingham, England, or Nottingham, United Kingdom, which is the same thing. Her arch nemesis is Wonder Woman, and she showed up in Wonder Woman number 7 in 1987, making her 46 years late, or 46 years after the first appearance of Wonder Woman. Wow, there's a big difference. So, we're moving to card number 13, and as I stated before, not all the heroes had arch nemesis, and here is the first one that explains why. Wow, let's start this way. Here is Harley Quinn. Not the daughter of Kevin Smith, but the character from DC, obviously. So I really like, again, the 3D model. Let's move to the back. Let's see. Superhuman agility, enhanced strength and intelligence. A little bit of difference between the real names between Series 1 and Series 2. Series 2 has added her middle name Frances. No changes in length here. And her arch nemesis is listed on this one, listing Batman, which makes you wonder why the Batman card just didn't list 2 arch nemesis. Nemesises? Whatever. This was card number 13. Let's move to card number 14. And card number 14, surprise, surprise, is another Batman villain. The Penguin. Again, big difference between Series 1 and Series 2. Not so much in clothing, although even there is a bit of a difference. But the design has just changed a lot. Move to the back. Here the logo actually didn't change much. With a lot of the other cards we saw the logo change between Series 1 and Series 2. But for the Penguin as well as for the Cheetah we saw earlier, no change in the logo there. I think Superman and Flash and Wonder Woman also had the same logo, so maybe there wasn't that much change just in my head. Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot, his real name, only listing an alias on the right card, on the Series 2 card. It's a useless alias for, as far as I'm concerned, because the card is called the Penguin, so his alias is the Penguin, yeah duh. Blue eyes, black hair, has a lot of occupations, and his arch nemesis is Batman as well. So that's the third villain with Batman as an arch nemesis. Then we get to the final villain in the collection set. You all know who he is. He's the rarest card in the set. Here he is. Darkseid. Darkseid. On the left hand side, the Series 1 Darkseid. On the right hand side, Series 2 Darkseid. Again, huge difference in design. I love the Series 2 design. It's amazing. The Series 1 design kind of looks like, well, he isn't that scary, but that Series 2 design with the view that they chose and the angle, wow, he really looks like an amazing villain. So I love this card, I love its design, not only because it's the most rare card in there, but also because the design is really cool. But yes, it helps that it is the most rare card in the set, and well, to be honest, this card alone is probably worth the 4,000 tickets I can get for it. Because all the other cards are easy to get, while maybe the Aquaman is a bit harder. But this one, Darkseid, is really the holy grail of the DC Comics coin pusher. If you ever see a DC Comics coin pusher and there is a Darkseid in there, get it. It's worth the effort you put into it. It's worth almost all the tickets you can get for a complete set. Don't ever hand it in for just the 50 tickets for one card. I've heard people doing that. That just drives me crazy. Let's move to the back side. Super strength, invulnerability, genius level intellect, combat strategy, alien technology, teleportation, energy blast. Real name Axus, son of Hegra. 7 feet 6 inches tall. His alias and alter ego is the Dark Knight. I'll let that rest for a bit. Most people, when you say Dark Knight, think of Batman. The alter ego of Darkseid is the Dark Knight. And his second alter ego is the Caped Crusader. Also, an alter ego for Batman. He has no hair. He's a tyrant as an occupation. And he has red eyes. Ooh, scary. He's from Apocalypse. And his first appearance was in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 134. That's actually a comic I have never heard of before. I'm not ashamed to say that. So that's Darkseid, the rarest card in every set. But not the last card I'm going to show you, because we ended with the hero bonus when we were doing the heroes. So here is the villain bonus, Series 1. Again, listing or showing more characters than there are actually in the set. And Series 2, also showing more characters than are actually in the set. Also showing some weird characters, like that reversed Superman there. Not sure who everyone on here is. This one actually shows some characters that are not in the set but could have been, like I think that's a Catwoman or something. Don't hate me in the comments please. I read a lot of comics, but most of them were Marvel. That doesn't make me a Marvel fanboy. I'm just not that familiar with the DC Comics characters. But I do love these cards. So here they are next to each other. Yeah, great cards. And the back is the same as before with the hero cards. They look roughly the same as the front. Or actually, let me take that back. Check this out. No, it's the same. Nope, sorry. Yeah, so basically same image as was on the front side, just blurred out a bit with a huge DC logo. Different DC logos as well. The left one is really the old comics logo, and the right one is more the DC Extended Universe logo, I would say. So, those were all the cards in this set. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. There they are, the whole group. And if you like this video, please like it, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for weekly coin pusher videos. This was just a little bonus video I wanted to do for a long time, but I had to get that second Darkseid, that Series 1 Darkseid, before I could do it. Thank you for watching, and see you guys soon. Watch the videos in my DC Comics playlist, watch the 300 Plays Challenge, watch my latest upload, and subscribe to my channel.